Hey everyone, welcome back and happy Sunday. All right, guys, well, we're back to talk about Tom Schwartz because TMZ caught up with him and he has now officially made his first public remarks. Now, he's not the only one who's spoken out for the first time. It looks like Peter Madrigal, who is the Sir Manager, we know him. He's been on since season 1 and we see him kind of come and go. He's also speaking out about a few remarks that Raquel made about him on Watch What Happens Live. On top of that, now fans are getting a little bit more annoyed because of the Tom Schwartz Raquel hookup storyline and what that did to Katie and using her almost as collateral for a bigger plan that was put in place the entire time, which I didn't even think about until somebody pointed it out. And now I'm like, oh, wow, Katie was gaslit. Holy. Okay, before we get into it, if you guys haven't already, go ahead, smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. And just like it says in the banner below, go check out our messy little sister channel, Up and Adam 2, for more morning meetings, after parties, and behind the scenes. Tomorrow morning, we will be back at 9:30 a.m. Eastern for another morning meeting. With that, I say, let's jump right in.
It's time for all your binge-worthy pop culture news. Welcome to Up and Adam.
All right, guys, so it looks like TMZ caught up with Tom Schwartz, and I'm not surprised that they were the first ones to get his attention and ask him some questions, but it was interesting to hear his thoughts and what he had to say. I know people were like, well, he was out the other night on Wednesday and he was doing karaoke. Well, I mean, the guy is still living. I don't know what everyone expects him to do, but he is collateral damage in all of this because people feel like he was guilty by association. So TMZ, they had a few questions and I was all about it. Hold on. This is him and this is what they said. Tom Sandoval's business partner, Tom Schwartz, has been mum on the cheating scandal thus far, but now he's breaking his silence and boy, is he trying to walk a fine line. Now, paparazzi ran into Tom Schwartz at Los Angeles International Airport this week, LAX, where the dude seemed open and willing to talk about everything. The first time he's spoken publicly on the issue, which has been dragging on for almost 2 weeks now. It's been about like a week and a half. But interestingly enough, he seemed like he was in good spirits. Now, when he's talking, he's like, listen, he kept saying, I feel bad. This is really unfortunate. This is exactly verbatim. Tom Sandoval and, of course, Tom Schwartz, they've been friends for a long time, but Schwartz says that Sandoval is holding up okay, all things considered, but does note his right-hand man, with whom he's invested in both Tom Tom's and Schwartz and Sandy's lounge, is filled with profound sadness and feels like a POS. Rightfully so. And he did say that, rightfully so. Now, Tom Schwartz says that Sandoval knows that he screwed up, and Tom Schwartz feels for everyone involved, saying it's just a bummer of a situation all the way around, and that's putting it mildly. While Schwartz refrains from throwing Tom Sandoval or Raquel under the bus, he does seem to somehow show support for Ariana, the one who was cheated on, and he says that he believes she has a good support system around her and hopes that she is going on a living spree, which she does have a good, support system. I know a lot of her friends who are rallying around her, and I'm so happy that they are. As for whether or not Schwartz was aware of any of the stuff going on before it became public, he did play pretty coy about it. And of course, he said, listen, I don't want to really talk about this, but you need to watch the show because it's all going to play out. There are reports, of course, on top of that, that he knew for longer than a month. Kristen Doty said, it was about a month that he knew about everything that was going on. But my thing here is, if in fact Stassi is right, and a lot of the fans and the speculation is right, that Tom Sandoval had this master plan by sort of pushing Tom Schwartz not to have a real relationship with Raquel, but to, kiss her on camera. Don't be a wussy. Kind of, again, look over here while we're doing this over here. If that was, in fact, the plan, then it was a lot more than Ariana, who was just collateral damage. So was Katie, because Katie, the whole time, we're watching her navigate this divorce from Tom Schwartz. Yes, can he go date whoever he wants? Can she? Absolutely, you're going through a divorce. But I think it made a lot of sense if you guys watched this past week's episode of Vanderpump Rules, where Katie's mom joins them in Las Vegas. And she even said, when Raquel was talking about making out with Tom Schwartz, Katie's mom said, listen, this is bigger than a divorce. She is mourning here. Yes, they still share dogs, but he was a part of our family. Tom Schwartz was so much more than just a husband. I mean, you have to think about the greater meaning of it. He's been around for a huge part of his life, a huge part of Katie's life, and her family grew to love him, and his family grew to love her. So there's a lot of history here. And to use that and kind of because we needed Tom Sandoval's master plan and not really take Katie's feelings into consideration. Now I look at it from a different lens and I'm like, okay, that's really pretty pathetic at this point. I think that that's kind of a garbage thing to do, but it keeps going. So we know that Sheena and of course Raquel went on Watch What Happens Live. This was the night that everything allegedly happened and nobody knew, did she hit her? Did she not hit her? Sheena still says, I did not hit her, and Raquel is claiming otherwise. But Peter Madrigal was also collateral damage. He is now speaking out on this too. He has a bone to pick with Raquel. Thank you to Page 6 for mentioning it all. He told her she can go herself for calling him a starter pony on Watch What Happens Live. He said, I'm nobody's starter pony. And this was on Allison Rosen is Your New Best Friend podcast, and that was on Thursday. I always keep an even keel, but my God, who the hell do you think you are? Who the do you think you are? Okay. Peter and Raquel went on a few dates around the time her secret affair with his pal Tom Sandoval began, and it looks like he's not too happy. Andy Cohen asked Raquel during a March 1st episode of Watch What Happens Live if she regretted going out with Peter, and she said she did not because she felt like Peter's like a great starting pony to get back into the dating world. Oh, she went out with the manager for a few months, and she ended her engagement with DJ James Kennedy. This was right after, and Andy Cohen visibly cringed when Raquel made the starter pony comment, and he put his cue cards over his face. He's like, oh, this is not going to age well, which obviously it didn't. However, the reality star tried to soften the blow by complimenting Peter and saying, he was such a great shoulder to cry on. I mean, look at those shoulders. Well, for Peter, he's like, I don't give a what you have to say. It's not look at those shoulders. Who do you think you are? So many people were affected by this one Scandoval of it all, collateral damage, being gaslit, not even realizing, all over one big master plan, and then really masked with smoke and mirrors by being presented as the reason that we navigated it this way was not to hurt all of you. No, that was not the whole purpose. The reason we navigated it this way was to protect you. We didn't want to hurt Ariana because she has been very open about struggling with mental health, and she unfortunately lost her puppy Charlotte, after having her by her side for the majority of her life. She literally, the way that this has been presented, just absolutely disgusting. But again, I want to hear what your thoughts are. What are your thoughts about TMZ catching up with Tom Schwartz, Peter speaking out saying go yourself, and now realizing that it seems like it was, well, two other people now involved who have been gaslit? Guys, comment below. Let me know what you think. And more importantly, before you go, just like it says in the banner below, go over to Up and Adam channel 2. I will pin the comment right here under this video. But of course, that second channel is in our description. So go get subscribed. You don't want to miss it. We have another morning meeting tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. Eastern, which is 6:30 a.m. Pacific. And hot, messy topics, of course, tomorrow. Tonight's the Oscars, so take a load off. Relax. Have some cockies, like Marisol says. Love you guys. Bye.